What's up everyone, this is Gemini here bringing you a Black Ops video. It's going to be headquarters on firing range. I figured for this video I'll do something a little bit different and I'll give you tips for headquarters. Alright, I'm going to give a forewarning. If you actually care about your KD and you pretty much thrive your whole game in on KD, don't even play objective based games. They have team deathmatch and free for all for KD whores. Objective based games really kind of defeat the purpose in playing them if the only thing you're worried about is KD, because you're going to tend to lose a lot. I cannot stress that more. You're going to die quite often just trying to capture the objective. The only way you really usually get a good KD is if you're pretty much just, not even going for the objective. I get quite a few games where I get a good KD and actually get captures, but it all depends on, the quality of players you're playing against. And usually when I get the good KDs, it's usually because I'm playing against people that don't actually go for the headquarters, so it's really easy to cap it and usually easy to get kills because you pretty much know exactly where they are. Let's see, what other tips? I think the next biggest tip is to actually play like a team. Even if you're playing by yourself, you can still play as a team. If you have a mic, make sure you communicate. Don't pull the little retarded move where you sit there and sing or blast your radio. It kind of gets you muted really quick. Don't try to be the annoying guy in the group. Um, it's not really that hard to communicate on this. There's a lot of things that tip you off, so even if you're not communicating, you can kind of figure out what's going on as long as you're aware of your surroundings. The biggest tip I can give you is that little thing you see on the screen that says, target, capture, defend, destroy. That is the objective point you're going for. When it says target, when the headquarters spawn, it has a 45-second delay before it's able to get captured. So that's the time you can kind of get your position, kind of get set up and at least get to the headquarters. COD 4, they actually never gave you that 45-second delay on it, so it was pretty much really easy that if you spawned right next to the headquarters, it was a really easy capture. They kind of balanced it out a little bit on the last two Call of Duty games. And if if it goes to capture and you see it flashing while it's white, it means that your teammates in there trying to capture it, and if it's not doing anything at all, it means either nobody's in there or the other team may be in there. The best thing to do is, regardless if you see it flashing, not flashing, is to actually go for it. Let's see, once you capture it, it turns green and it says defend. Solid green means that you're doing a pretty good job. If it's blinking, it means there's an enemy in it, and pretty much you need to go kill them in order to keep them from destroying it. When you capture the headquarters, if you die while it is captured, you do not respawn until either they destroy it or, until the headquarters runs out. I think it's a 60-second timer on it, which it's better if you let it go the whole 60 seconds. It's more XP, more points. I think it's like 50 points for every 3 to 5 seconds that the headquarters is captured that you get points for it, so that's plus. And on this one, if you're in the room while it's captured, you get 200 points, and it doesn't go to just one person, it goes to everybody. As far as destroying the headquarters, it's usually when other team captures it, it turns red, and if somebody's in there destroying it, it flashes. Another good tip is that the more people in the headquarters when you're trying to capture it, the faster the bar goes up, and it also goes the same for destroying it. which is also helpful when you have people that really don't want to, go in and risk of dying, and they pretty much just sit outside and do absolutely nothing, so you're trying to capture it all by yourself, and that's the longest 10 seconds, especially seeing as though you're trying to watch multiple doorways. Let's see, what other tips can I give you? The object of the game is to win, and they make it really beneficial on winning. If you win, you actually get a lot more XP, the match bonus is higher, and you also get all the points from the actual capturing of the headquarters. So it doesn't really matter what how many kills you have and stuff like that. I've had people on the other team, on the losing team, that don't even break 2,000 points, but they got a great, kill death ratio, and then you got, the entire winning team with a higher score than he does. And some of them don't even have, the greatest kill death ratio in the match. So it's definitely more beneficial to winning than to sit there and make yourself look good. Um, and plus, I don't like to play to lose. I like to play to win. It's kind of aggravating when you lose. Plus, if you win, regardless of what your KD is, it's not like the other people on the other team can talk trash because they pretty much lost. Um, so your score will be higher than theirs. Let's see. Another good tip for it is, when playing headquarters, you usually have multiple points to cover. One nice way I found to cover multiple points is to actually equip the Nova Gas and Claymore. And what I do is I usually put a Claymore at one entrance, and as I'm capturing it, I'll toss the Nova Gas in the other direction. And what that actually does is it actually makes it so that the people that run up behind me get blown up by the Claymore, and the people that try to run through the other entrance, the Nova Gas actually gives you hit markers when people from the other team is trying to walk through it. So if they do try to run through it, not only are they disoriented and they're a little bit easier to kill, but it also drains their health down. So it's a really good way of actually covering two different spawn points. Let's see, what else could I give as a tip? Let's see, so often I do things that are not really, I would say, beneficial to myself, but it helps out a lot. Like, I'm a very aggressive player, and I pretty much tend to run into the rooms because my the whole thought process I have is, even if I die, at least I'm gonna give my teammate who's behind me, the direction that that guy's in, or which corner he's in, or how many people is in there, and if there's any claymores at the door, I'm gonna take them out. And yeah, I know a lot of people say it's stupid, but I mean, it's a video game, and it's not like I feel any of that pain. And if it helps my team out, that's, the biggest thing. I think Hutch said it best is, if you play an objective-based game, actually go for the objective. Having a good KDR actually means nothing in this game, because the only people that can really see it is, if they look at your gamer card. And like I said, I could really care less about your KDR, because you could sit in a corner and go 4-1 in all your matches, and you pretty much have no skill at all, but yet your KD shows up as a 4. I mean, do I want you on my team? No, because obviously you really don't have a good understanding for the game, and you pretty much are not that great at the game if you have to sit in the corner to get kills. Let's see. I'm trying to think. These videos are a little bit longer for Black Ops. I don't know why, but it seems like the videos take a little bit longer, so I'm still trying to make sure I cover all the points. You can choose hardcore or core on this. There's not really too many differences. One you just have hardcore mode, the other one is, you know, regular core mode. There's not any big differences on headquarters or capture the flag. I think capture the flag may be easier on core because it takes less to kill you on hardcore, so it's harder to capture the flags because, you know, you can't really duck and dive as much as you could in core. Let's see. Some of the other equipment, I don't really use too much other equipment in this game. The camera spikes are pretty much useless. Reason why I say that is because you wind up having to look at that little monitor in the background or where your HUD is, and it kind of distracts you. And I've noticed so many people getting shot, you know, from somebody right in their face because, you know, they're too busy worrying about the camera spike. And it also kind of gives away your position, and that's the biggest thing for it. I think the biggest thing for me would be to actually just use a claymore. C4 is okay, but the only thing about it is when you die you can't set it off. So if you're sitting there waiting for somebody, it's kind of, you know, harder to actually do that. And if you are actually sitting there trying to use it as a grenade, you could just use a grenade. Um, and it looks like my video